He saw apples and cobblestones and zebras. He felt warmth, the silky texture of cloth. He felt the ocean lapping at him and a great wind from the north plucking at him as if to lead him somewhere. And the squibs about him scuttled and bounced through night skies and daytime and flooding and drought. I am living. I have lived. I will never live, he said to himself, and with his thoughts came every word, every sound. Cobblestones and zebras are two conflicting terms. They reflect the simultaneity of the controlled environment of civilization occurring in the same space and time as the untamed wilderness that is nature. The following is the story of a similar event.
$1,500 miles from Africa, about 1,700 from South America.
Tristan Da Cunha is a mysterious place where everything seems possible. A place outside of traditional mechanisms of order. A place where past, present, and future coexist. It is an island constantly on the edge of a natural disaster.
Tristan Da Cunha. It's hardly a place. It's a destination of the mind. It's called the loneliest place on the earth. Cliche that it is, perhaps it's better to travel hopefully than to arrive.
The cave has been existing before people, so it is just a, natural created landscape. So no relationship with people or human body. When you are entering in the cave, then at first you will be very embarrassed, but then gradually you will find some kind of the bigger space, cozy space, this kind of landscape, and then you will find your comfortable space, or you will find some place to sit on. Gradually, you will have some kind of a nice relationship between your body and the space. But I think it is a creative thing to live in the cave. It's a kind of a really creative things to find a space or to get an inspiration from the landscape and to innovate the function in it.
The grotto. We are bedazzled by the sight and haunted by the sound of strange echoes. My heart is beating heavily and I am breathing too fast. I try to control it. And we lose a clear sense of where we are and what we are doing. We are in a trance, a dream, hypnotized, bewitched by the magic of the cave.
The cave is more innocent. And then if you are in the cave, then you will find new relationship between the space and your body. And it is, I think, really, really exciting thing. So in this 21st century, I hope more cave-like creative relationships is more and more rich experience for people.
I was coming to here and invited to speak about my idea of art, which contains the well-known disciplines like sculpture, architecture, painting, music, dancing, poetry and so on.
Ich habe also den Zusammenhang zwischen dem Menschen und seinem viel größeren Wesen immer als die wichtigste Aufgabe der Kunst angesehen. Und wenn ich sage, der Mensch als das viel größere Wesen, als für was er sich im Zeitalter des Materialismus hält, war mir wichtig von Anfang an. Ich muss also dem Menschen dadurch, dass ich mit einem Tier in einen Dialog komme, doch sagen, dass man das kann. Mit einem Tier in einen Dialog zu kommen, dass man das kann. Dass man das auch mit Pflanzen kann. Dass man das mit Böden und mit all diesen Verhältnissen kann. Ich will zeigen, dass aus der Evolution der Kunst es nun möglich wird, in das Herz der Gesellschaft hinein zu greifen und von da aus die Zukunft neu zu bestimmen. Also umzuformen, zu transformieren. Und er könnte mich durchaus als ein Märchenerzähler wahrnehmen, wo geheimnisvolle Figuren ins Spiel kommen. Das heißt, es wäre doch eigentlich, wäre es nicht eigentlich richtig, dass man die Weise des Erzählens der Märchen mal heranzöge? Um an dem Gehalt, den Märchen haben, ja dann eigentlich, wenn man auf sie eingeht, festzustellen, dass diese Märchen ja eigentlich einer viel tieferen Wirklichkeit von Weltinhalt entsprechen, als jede einfache rationale Beschreibung.
Presence, this is sort of like a gap in the flow of history, where all of a sudden it's not future, it's not history, it's just the moment I live. I'm living obviously in this moment. If I look at these rocks and stones, I get a feeling of presence, of space, of material. Designing for me is sort of a physical act. At the end is a physical object. Get in contact with this physical object I'm dreaming of. I think what interests me most is emotional space. I want an emotional reaction. All dreams, of course, I know, but that's how it is.
I saw that island up there, and I thought, well, they weren't sure exactly what it was all about. It was a phenomenon.
Opening or freeing the land, the avowed ethos of care, at once of the land, of the planet, of persons, and of the self. Lessons for thinking about architecture.
And as you walk through, you see more and more of the park flowing into the plaza of your building, surrounding some of the columns, and being part, of the presence of your building.
Not simply to give a spatial form to dominant institutions or dominant normative modes of power. It might instead be understood as the founding of new types of social and political republics, new types of collectivity, even new publics outside the regulation of state control.
So there's always a sense of discovery as you walk around.
Or the creation of these very sort of theatrical images.
And it made them question their perceptions.
These acts of withdrawal or subtraction or defection as moments of radical disobedience, of dissidence, or of engaged withdrawals from normative lifestyles, produce sort of sites of refusal of official forms of social and ideological regulation.
Mystical journeyer, as one who goes into a world unseen to rediscover a nature which is not mute, as Sartre said in a kind of culmination of the modern viewpoint. It is man who is deaf, and the way to open our ears, open our eyes, and reconnect with the intent of a living world toward a radical break with the momentum of rationalism. Because this dance is the dance of transformation of the planet itself. To bring together sound, light, and dance to explore the irrational. Our decisions affect every life form on the planet to make our dreams and the dreams of the planet and the life it carries one dream. Dissolve the conceptual boundary of ordinary expectation.